Dragoncraft, Dragon. Starting with the new legendary 10-10-10 called the Lindwurm. If you played at least 10 other non-follower cards this match and you have 10 play points, choose. Play this card as a Virtuous Lindwurm or an Iniquitous Lindwurm. That's a new word I've never heard of. Let's see what these are. So, oh, nope. Virtuous Lindwurm has the same stats. At the end of your turn, restore 5 defense to your leader, then draw 5 cards. Okay, pretty cool, pretty broken. And then Iniquitous Lindwurm, same stats. Storm can only attack the enemy leader. Ignore enemy follower's ward. So essentially becomes Elephant King, which is, great because that's the last thing we need. For some reason, Oni is like, oh, 10 other non-follower cards is a lot. And I'm like, girl, I feel like it's not going to be impossible. I feel like people are going to try this card a lot. And if it, I don't know, I think this, in my mind, because there's so many other cards that give you spells in Dragoncraft this time around, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Jerva of Draconic Mail. Fanfare. Change your leader's maximum defense to 10. Give your leader the following effect. At the end of your turn, deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower. No enemy followers are in play. Deal 5 damage to an enemy leader instead. This effect is not stackable and lasts for the rest of the match. So right away I thought, wow, this is a great Bloodcraft ability. And then I'm like, oh wait, it's Dragoncraft, so it doesn't matter. So I don't see this card being played a lot only because basically cards like Beauty and the Beast and Aegis just stop this card from being a good thing. Like, just kill it dead and cold and hard and yada yada yada, all those adjectives. It's a 9/5/5. Not great stats actually, and because the effect is easily stopped by cards that a lot of people run in the meta right now, it's okay. Like, there are cards that you can use to heal yourself and keep you up at 10, but I don't know. I can't see this card being good, especially because all you have to do to avoid it is spam the field with a bunch of 5-drops and yada yada yada. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm pretty sure I think maybe outside of those two big threats, every other class would have some type of trouble, but other than that, I don't know. I can't see this card. This, in my opinion, this is even weaker than the Lindwurm. That's just how I feel. Dragon Cleaver Void, 3-drop 2/2, Fanfare. Put either a Dragon Life Blade or Dragon Strife Blade into your hand. Let's look up what these blades are, shall we? Dragon Life Blade is a 2 play point spell, gain a play point orb, and Dragon Strife Blade is also a 2 play point spell. Dragon Strife. Yeah, that's what I said. Deal 3 damage to an enemy follower. Deal 6 damage instead if it's a Dragoncraft follower. So, Dragon on Dragon hate. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, you see with the Lindwurm, you play this card, you get a spell. I'm going to keep pointing that out because there's a lot of instances where that happens to be the case. Of course, with the Dragon because, oh god, what? Breath of the Salamander is rotating, and this card comes instead. Yes, this card is weaker. Very much so weaker. But I will say, I like that it does 3 damage to everyone. I'm sorry, it does 1 damage to everyone, including your opponent. I mean, yes, of course, if I had to choose, I'd choose the other one because you do 5 damage to one person and then 2 to everyone else. So it's 5 damage to one, 2 to everyone else. But You know, I understand why they're trying to like make Ramp Dragon not as strong because it totally dominated the meta as soon as rotation came out. So I understand why. They're not trying to make like, oh, here's the same, like here's a reprint basically. You're welcome. I understand. It's not gonna be as strong, but I understand why they did it. Galua of Two Breaths. It's a 5/4/4. Fanfare, choose either put a white breath or a black breath into your hand. I bet you those are spells. Where is it? Wow, more spells to put into your hand. Crazy. White Breath, a 2 play point spell, draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. And then Black Breath, which is a 4 play point spell, destroy an enemy, follower, or amulet. Destruction, like general enemy destruction that's 4 or less is pretty good in my book. So I actually like this card. I'm excited to try running it. I think it'll be pretty cool. I think it's a good replacement for Draconic Fervor, which is rotating out. So yeah, I'm very excited. I like this card. I like this card a lot. Waters of the Orca. For a 2-drop, 7 Omega Lorca, which is a 2/2. Enhance 4, summon 1 more. Enhance 6, summon 1 more. Enhance 8, summon 1 more. Enhance 10, summon 1 more. So if you play for 10, you get to summon 5 2/2s, which is, you know, a 10/10, essentially. That's pretty broken. If people decide to go the PDK route, this card will be a must to run. This is a very good card. Very good spell. You know, a non-follower card that certain creature can benefit from because it puts bodies on the board. Hint, hint. Yeah, but no, it's a good. This is gonna be a good card. A lot of people are gonna be running it, and for good reason. You literally get your money's worth at no matter when you play it. So yeah, good card, very good card. Somniferous Whiteworm. It's a 2-drop 2/1. Last words, put a dragon nest into your hand. Oh, put a dragon's nest in your hand? You mean an amulet that's a non-follower spell, so that certain legendaries can benefit from it? Ho ho ho. Yeah, I literally just wanted to point out that it gives you Dragon's Nest, and that's good synergy with Lindwurm. Shadowcraft. Oh, nope, you're not the Shadowcraft legendary. You are. Hinterland Ghoul. Put 10 skeletons into your hand. At the end of your turn, deal 6 damage to all enemies if you have at least 30 shadows. Oh boy. So this card is kind of scary. Only because it puts 10 skeletons in your hands. Obviously, those who, like, I don't know. If you don't understand why I think that's scary, not because you get more cards in your hand. It's because the whole point is you're going to burn whatever that, excuse me, whatever card is not burned. I don't know, I can't talk. If it's not in your hand, it's going to be burned and it's going to be converted into shadows. So if you have 9 cards and you play this card, you're gonna burn 1 skeleton. I mean, you're gonna have 1 skeleton in your hand and burn 9 skeletons, and you boom, you get 9 shadows. So playing this card with 9 cards in your hand, and you're already a third of the way getting the 30 shadows that you need, and then having it on the field is going to be essentially equal to having a path to purgatory, except it's a creature, not an amulet. Although, excuse me, Blue Reboot, easily my favorite YouTuber when it comes to, and Twitch person when it comes to Shadowverse. He pointed out the fact that you can just reanimate and like spam this card and bring it back over and over and over again, which I think is super fun. It might be memey. I can see it being a meme, but I definitely want to try it because it just seems fun. Ceridwen, Eternity Hunter. It's a 4/5, cost 6. Let's see. Fanfare. Choose. Put either an Eternal Potion or an Instant Potion into your hand. When this follower attacks, recover 1 play point. Oh shit, I didn't read that. I know most of these cards already. So that's like actually a legit surprise to me. Excuse me. So Eternal Potion is a 5 play point spell. Reanimate 10. Yikes, that's kind of scary. Turn 7 Zeus. Yes. Oh, turn 7 Zeus, and then turn 8 Zeus with the Dragon Collar, and then... Oh, that's actually really cool. Instant Potion, 1 play point spell, deal 2 damage to an enemy follower, Burial Rite, deal 5 damage instead. Ooh, that's very strong. That's a very strong spell. Yeah. Uh, just for those two very different things she can do, I like Ceridwen. Would I run her? Yeah. Like in a reanimate deck with the Hinterland Ghoul, definitely see that happening. Fickle Resurrector. When you have at least 6 shadows, Fanfare, Necromancy 6, choose. Summon either a Spellplate Cavalier or a Bone Cavalier. When you evolve it, evolve all Spellplate Cavaliers and Bone Cavaliers. Let's see what those are. Spellplate Cavalier is a 4 play point follower, 4/6 with ward, and Bone Cavalier is a 5/5 with drain. I'm just saying their evolution forms because I feel like it almost goes out saying that you're gonna evolve this card when you play it turn 7. Yeah, this is really actually stupid powerful because even though Fickle Resurrector doesn't have evolved stats, like full evolved stats, but it's still a 5/5, which is a big body. Imagine having a 5/5 with drain on top of it. That's nuts. Or a 4/6 with ward. I feel like a lot of people might go for the drain only because like you would have to kill it. Like you actually would have to kill. Well, you have to kill both either way. But yeah, no, this is crazy strong. This card's gonna be used a lot because it's a good card in general. The only thing, maybe if it doesn't get used, it's only because like the 6 shadows. But there's that other 6 drop that was rotated out in the beginning that summoned like the 6 zombies, the 3 zombies, and gave them ward and +0/+1 if you use 6 necromancy. So, I think getting 6/7 shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's a good card. I can't wait to use it. Everdark Strix. Fanfare. Burial Rite. Put a random Shadowcraft follower from your deck into your hand. When you perform perform Burial Rite. Restore 1 defense to your leader. This is good. It fetches you a card. I think this is the first card that they have where you can fetch a Shadowcraft card. So yeah, you can fetch a Shadowcraft card, bury that, etc., etc. No, I like it. I like the idea of fetching thinning your deck and getting more followers, and then a little bit of a health regeneration is cool too. Interesting about its rather offensive stats, a 3/2. Very interesting. Big Soul Hunter. Fanfare. Necromancy 6. Destroy random enemy follower with at least 5 attack. Since Lurching Corpse is being rotated out, I think this will be like the main card to like pop something big. It is Necromancy 6, and that's a hell of a lot of shadows, so we'll see. But I think Necro Assassin is also leaving us as well. So yeah, Shadowcraft is gonna need all the removal it can get, TBH. So yeah, we'll see if this card ends up getting used. Poltergeist. Summon 2 ghosts. Enhance 4. All followers in play will be destroyed instead when being banished. So, interesting card. I guess if you're running a more aggro variant, this is what you would use. The enhanced 4 thing is interesting because I guess that way you can like get shadows when like your ghosts eventually die at the end of the turn. So interesting card. I don't know. I'm interested in see how it's going to be used. Probably I don't know. I just can't think of if Shadowcraft has like an aggressive, a quote unquote aggressive deck. I'm not sure if I would call Shadow aggressive, but we'll see. We'll see. Orators of the Bone. It's a 2-drop 1/1. Last word summon a skeleton. Great. You get 2 bodies for 1. It's a good card. Shadowcraft and getting more skeletons and getting more zombies and shit. That's kind of what you want. Good card. Not much to say about it. And yes, now we move on to what is arguably going to be the strongest class this time around. Bloodcraft. So excited. Let's go. Dark Feast Bat. Deal X damage to an enemy. X equals a number of times that your leader was damaged during your turn in this match. That's so that is really broken. That's really broken. Cause you know, I don't know if you know this, but Bloodcraft kinda that's like their thing. They like hurting themselves. So that's really cool. I really like that ability. It's really strong. Vania, Nightshade Vampire. So they reprinted Vania. Cool. Vania's a favorite, so it makes sense. If you have at least 6 play points and Vengeance is active for you, choose. Play this card as either Kind Queen Vania or Blood Queen Vania. Now let's look and see what these Vanias are. Excuse me. If you have at least 6 play points and Vengeance is active for you, choose. This card is... Oh, I just read that. Oh, Fanfare. Deal 2 damage to both leaders and then summon a bat. Wow, another card that deals damage to the leader. Kind Queen Vania. 3/6 with Drain. Summon a Force Bat. Whenever allied Force Bat comes into play, give it Ward. So that's really great because now your opponent really needs to kill the bat just to get to what I assume will be the 5/8 with Drain, which is pretty dumb, strong, amazing. So that's gonna be very good. And then there's Blood Queen Vania. 3/6 with Storm. Summon a Force Bat. Whenever an allied bat comes into play, give it Bane. So basically this is going to be the way stronger Implancer. Essentially, they just printed Implancer in the form of Vania. But it's going to be a good finisher, so everyone's going to be using it. I feel like a lot of people are going to be using... Basically, I like this card because she has versatility. Like, if you're low on health, you can just get the Drain one. If you just want to kill someone faster, just play Blood Queen. Like, Vania can be used both in control and in vengeance. Well, not vengeance. In control and aggro. So yeah, I'm very excited for this card. It's gonna be super awesome. The only one who's probably more excited than me is Oni, because I think he really loves Vania. Old Blood King. Ambush. 1/4 ambush. 5-drop, which is actually quite a lot. 4/1/4 that is. Whenever an allied Force Bat comes into play, give it +1/+0 and storm until the end of turn. So yeah, you just need cards. Whoo! Excuse me. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Basically you need cards that give you bats in order to use this properly. I'm not sure how I feel about running this in an aggro deck. That's because that's spending a whole turn not doing anything. And in aggro, you kind of always want to be hitting face, like, continuously. Like, every turn. But we'll see. It could be cute setup. There is one card that synergizes extremely well with this. And we'll literally get into it in a second. But, yeah, I don't know. This card is very... I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not sure if I'd run it in my own aggro decks. Like, I don't know. I think maybe there may be other cards. But I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try before I condemn it. I'm just saying, from what I see, having a 1/4 ambush who doesn't attack for a whole turn it can be quite problematic. Even if next turn you're definitely gonna pop the fuck off because there's not too many cards that kill this anymore. I actually can't think of a card that would kill the Old Blood King because it has a toughness. It has a defense of 4, which is pretty high. So yeah, very interesting. And this is the card that would synergize well with him. Gift for Bloodkin. It costs 0. Deal 1 damage to both leaders. Summon a forest bat for both leaders. Not a huge fan of this card because you're giving your enemy a bat. Literally, this card is only good with, in my mind, the Ambush King or the Ambush King, the Blood King, because at that point it's going to be a 2/1 bat, and it's already gonna have Storm, and it's already gonna do its job, so that won't matter as much. So yeah, it also does 1 damage. It pings both for 1. Like, that's another good thing because that also feeds into Dark Feast Bat. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is primarily only good for literally like the Old Blood King. Like any other time you'd use it, I don't know. I couldn't imagine when. Maybe I'm not thinking. Maybe I'm thinking not outside the box. I don't know. You guys tell me. Silver Chain Disciple Fanfare. Deal 1 damage to both leaders. Excuse me, and 2 damage to a random enemy follower if vengeance is active for you. It's 2/2 that pings us both for 1. It's good. Like it's literally good. Like you did its job. You did your job already. Like, thanks. The 2 damage to a random enemy follower for vengeance thing, that's like not even necessary. That's just like an added bonus that you don't even need. It's already a good card. 2/2 hurts both for 1. Good card. Very good. BloodMaidan. So it's a 1/1/1, which is good because that fits with the whole aggro Bloodcraft thing coming back. If you have at least 5 play points, choose. Play this card as either a Buller Saintly Maiden or Buller Dark Maiden. Let's see what those are. Let's see. Buller Saintly Maiden is a 3/5 ward. Fanfare, restore 2 defense to your leader. And then there's whoops. Where is it? Okay. And then there's Buller, the Dark Maiden, a 4/4 with Fanfare. Give +1/+0 to all allied followers. Excuse me. So yeah, in the aggro deck, I guess they're gonna be using the Dark Maiden if there's someone left on the field to basically punish the opponent. So I think that's cool. I think this is a good card to have in an aggro deck. It's very good because you play it on 1 or play it on turn 5. That alone makes it very good. I think it's gonna be seen in aggro a lot because it's just an aggro spell. I mean, an aggro creature. Red Talon Strike. Give an allied follower +1/+0 until the end of turn. Summon a Force Bat if it's a Bloodcraft follower. This card Delirious +1/+0 to something and summons a bat for 1. Essentially, you turn 3 or whatever, or turn 2 or whatever, you should just get a free bat. Congratulations. This card is dumb. This card is dumb. It's a really powerful card and it's very dumb and very good, but dumb. Delirious Demon, easily one of the most overrated broken AF followers, bronze followers I've ever seen. Whenever this follower attacks, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers and your leader. Enhance. Gain +0/+1 and deal 1 additional damage to all enemy followers and your leader whenever this follower attacks. Hello? You can essentially wipe the board with this thing on turn 7 if you have evolution point. That's insane. insane. That is so crazy. And all it takes is 2 damage to yourself? Oh no. Woe is me. I get a body, do two damage to everyone. Oh, and it becomes, when you evolve it, it becomes a 6/8. I don't know. This card is for a control deck. I'm running this card 1,000%. 1,000% I'm running this. Oh my god. I know I say it now, and then I'm like, oh well, I didn't have room for it. Probably won't, but I really want to though. I really want to try using this card. We'll see. We'll see. Nightmare Devil, 3-drop 1/1. Fanfare and last words, summon a forest bat. I heard you like bats. Great. More bats. Endless amount of bats. This is such an aggro card. Oh my god. Aggro's gonna be so annoying to deal with. I can't wait. But I also... Why? Oh, this is a good card. It's just a good... Yeah, I have nothing left to say. It's a good card. All 2 bats and this summon together make a 3/3 that you play for 3. It's a good card. Good card. And the last card that I'm going to be going over is Summon Blood Kitten. Their first reprint is literally just the same fucking card with the same fucking ability, summoning 2 forest bats, but different art. Pretty art, but different art all the same. Yeah, I was gonna be using this because bats. Literally everyone just wants to do shit with bats, so... Man, I wonder what Unlimited is going to... Oh my god, Unlimited is going to turn into a fucking freak show. Like, can you just... Like... Bitch. I'm moving on.